And after these things, in that time, there was a vineyard of Naboth, the Jezreelite, who was in Jezreel, beside the palace of Ahab, the king of Samaria. Therefore Ahab spoke to Naboth, saying, Give your vineyard to me, so that I may make for myself a garden of herbs. For it is near by and is beside my house. And I will give to you, in place of it, a better vineyard. Or if you consider it to be more convenient for you, I will give you the price in silver, whatever it is worth. Naboth responded to him, May the Lord be gracious to me, lest I give to you the inheritance of my fathers. Then Ahab went into his house, angry and gnashing his teeth over the word that Naboth, the Jezreelite, had spoken to him, saying, I will not give you the inheritance of my fathers. And casting himself on his bed, he turned away his face to the wall, and he would not eat bread. Then Jezebel, his wife, entered to him, and she said to him, What is this matter, by which your soul has been saddened? And why do you not eat bread? And he responded to her, I spoke to Naboth, the Jezreelite, and I said to him, Give your vineyard to me, and accept money. Or if it pleases you, I will give to you a better vineyard in place of it. And he said, I will not give my vineyard to you. Then Jezebel, his wife, said to him, You are of great authority, and you rule well in the kingdom of Israel. Rise up and eat bread, and be even-tempered. I will give the vineyard of Naboth, the Jezreelite, to you. And so, she wrote letters in the name of Ahab, and she sealed these with his ring. And she sent to those greater by birth, and to the nobles who were in his city and living with Naboth. And this was the judgment of the letters. Proclaim a fast, and cause Naboth to sit among the first rulers of the people. And send out 2 men, sons of Belial, against him. And let them speak the false testimony, He has blasphemed God and king. And then lead him away, and stone him, and so let him die. Then his fellow citizens, those greater by birth and the nobles who were living with him in the city, did just as Jezebel had instructed them, and just as it was written in the letters that she had sent to them. They proclaimed a fast, and they caused Naboth to sit among the first rulers of the people. And bringing forward 2 men, sons of the devil, they caused them to sit opposite him. And they, acting indeed like diabolical men, spoke testimony against him before the multitude. Naboth has blasphemed God and king. For this reason, they led him away, beyond the city, and they put him to death by stoning. And they sent to Jezebel, saying, Naboth has been stoned, and he has died. Then it happened that, when Jezebel had heard that Naboth was stoned and was dead, she said to Ahab, Rise up and take possession of the vineyard of Naboth, the Jezreelite, who was not willing to acquiesce to you, and to give it to you in exchange for money. For Naboth is not alive, but dead. And when Ahab had heard this, namely, that Naboth was dead, he rose up and descended to the vineyard of Naboth, the Jezreelite, so that he might take possession of it. Then the word of the Lord came to Elijah, the Tishbite, saying, Rise up, and descend to meet Ahab, the king of Israel, who is in Samaria. Behold, he is descending to the vineyard of Naboth, so that he may take possession of it. And you shall speak to him, saying, Thus says the Lord, you have killed. Moreover, you have also taken possession. And after this you shall add, Thus says the Lord, in this place, where the dogs have licked the blood of Naboth, they shall also lick your blood. And Ahab said to Elijah, Have you discovered me to be your enemy? And he said, I have discovered you to have been sold, so that you would do evil in the sight of the Lord. Behold, I will lead evil over you. And I will cut down your posterity. And I will put to death of Ahab whatever urinates against a wall, and whatever is lame, and whatever is last in Israel. And I will cause your house to be like the house of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, and like the house of Baasha, the son of Ahijah. For you have acted so that you provoked me to anger, and so that you caused Israel to sin. And about Jezebel also the Lord spoke, saying, The dogs shall consume Jezebel in the field of Jezreel. If Ahab will have died in the city, the dogs will consume him. But if he will have died in the field, the birds of the air will consume him. And so, there was no other person similar to Ahab, who was sold so that he did evil in the sight of the Lord. For his wife, Jezebel, urged him on. And he became abominable, so much so that he followed the idols that the Amorites had made, whom the Lord consumed before the face of the sons of Israel. Then, when Ahab had heard these words, he tore his garments, and he put haircloth on his body, and he fasted, and he slept in sackcloth, and he walked with his head downcast. And the word of the Lord came to Elijah, the Tishbite, saying, Have you not seen how Ahab has humbled himself before me? Therefore, since he has humbled himself because of me, I will not lead in the evil during his days. Instead, during the days of his son, I will bring in the evil to his house.